Welcome to the Manager's Training video for Team 2 Orientation. Team 2 is the lifeblood of your store. The quality of your training of your store cast members is determined by the quality of your trainers. This video is designed to set your Team 2 trainers up for success by giving you the tools and teaching you the techniques to have a solid training program in your store. This video will break down the Team 2 process into 5 steps. But before we get into that process, let's discuss what Team 2 can do for your location and how to select your trainers.
So right, Tanya. You know, the right Team 2 has 3 separate skill sets. First, they can perform in their area with a high degree of skill and a complete depth of knowledge. Second, they can effectively teach all of their team with solid results. And third, Team 2s lead their areas. I mean, if you have the right Team 2 on shift, just think about how much easier it would be for you to achieve our operating objective of every guest leaves happy.
Right. Let's discuss what Team 2 can do for your location. Your Team 2s are the constants in your store and the heartbeat of your location. They are the eyes and ears of your operation. They can and should run sections of the store when necessary. They can help to manage breaks and increase the efficiency of your shift. The results of your shifts largely depend on how they train your staff. Whatever they train or don't train will result in the culture of your operation. Their standards are your store's standards.
A quality Team 2 trains your cast, and it's that cast that determines a great guest experience. A quality Team 2 controls the morale in your location, and they won't let your managers fail, and they won't let you fail. A quality Team 2 is a reflection of you. They increase efficiency and productivity, and a quality Team 2 will help your location run better and ensure that every guest leaves happy, period, dot.
So, how exactly do you go about selecting this essential part of your team? There is a vast difference between a fantastic employee and a phenomenal trainer. Though both of these are important to have, you should always be on the lookout for a potential Team 2.
What you're looking for is clearly defined in the Team 2 attributes. These are listed on the I Am Team 2 page of the Team 2 Developmental Guide. You know, every one of your employees should be good at a few of these attributes. Great employees should be good at most of the attributes, but a great trainer's got to be good at all of the attributes. The trainer attributes are magic maker. They know how to make magic in every single situation. Job knowledge. They know the manual inside and out. Communication skills. They have the ability to effectively communicate to the cast members, managers, and the guests. They have the desire to train. They have to want to teach. Organization, being prepared for each and every shift, and credibility with fellow cast members and management. They have patience. The new cast member doesn't know as much as you, so take your time. Enthusiasm, make it fun, and effective use of questions. Constantly quizzing makes training stick. Leadership, they lead by example. Self-starter, they have initiative, and finally, they have availability and commitment.
Once you've found the employees who fit these attributes, you need to spend time molding and working with them. A prematurely promoted Team 2 can possibly do more harm than good. A promotion to Team 2 shouldn't be a surprise for that employee. Keep in mind, the more you expect from them, the more you need to train them. Taking the extra time with them will ensure that every employee and guest they interact with will receive the best possible experience.
When selecting a Team 2, remember, always be on the lookout for just the right person. You'll never get the wrong person to do the right thing. And if you don't have them in your store, go out and find them. Make sure the potential candidate has the passion and talent of being a great trainer and leader. And finally, be patient. Take whatever time is necessary to develop the Team 2 candidate. Your job is to train the trainer.
Now that you've selected and qualified your Team 2 candidate, it's time for their orientation. We've broken this process into an easy-to-follow packet called the Team 2 Trainer Developmental Guide. It contains 5 main sections.
The first is simply a checklist to ensure the candidate has been validated by you in each section. The second, Tell, discusses what it takes to become a Team 2. The third, Show, establishes basic training skills. And the fourth, Do, develops those skills even further. The fifth is Review, and it's validation and graduation for your Team 2 candidate.
So how much time are we talking about in building your mini managers? It could take as little as a few sessions through several weeks, but could take longer depending on the experience and ability of the candidate.
You got to train it all from the get-go. That's knowledge, skill, leadership, sense of urgency, and most importantly, a tremendous guest-centered focus. You got to train that from day one. You'll never be able to retrain sense of urgency, for example, months down the road. Throughout this packet, there are several places to initial and to date. This is done not only to help you follow along, but for your DM to follow up on the process as it progresses. We're now going to take you through step by step of how to complete the process. So let's get started with step 1 of our Team 2 Trainer Developmental Guide.
The Team 2 trainer development officially begins with the cast member validation sheet. By now, you have selected your Team 2 candidate and have spent much time developing them towards this orientation.
It is imperative that you, the general manager, personally validate them in each of the following general sections, consisting of kid check, merchandise, restrooms, beverage bar, salad bar with U-Picks, running and busing, hospitality, and character. Then you or your area of impact manager must validate the candidate in any area that you wish them to train.
The Congratulations and I Am Team 2 pages are used to help the candidate evaluate themselves on the trainer attributes, as well as understand them further. Read each statement out loud and have the candidate tell you which attribute they think the statement refers to, keeping in mind that there might be more than one right answer. You will want to slow down and discuss each thoroughly, citing specific examples of each and why they're important aspects of being a great trainer. Then have the candidate rate themselves on that attribute.
Now here's Haley, one of our All-Star Team 2s, describing how to demonstrate 2 examples from the I Am Team 2 page.
I love to teach. I know that there is more to training than the first few weeks. Training moments happen all the time, and I take advantage of every one. This is an example of the desire to train attribute. I rate myself as an A because I love to train. I know our training program. I prepare for all training sessions. All materials are current and available. I am all about NCO. This is an example of the organization attribute. I would rate myself as a B because I need to arrive a few minutes earlier to set up and be totally prepared for my training shift.
Awesome job, Haley. Again, learning's not just knowing the answers, it's understanding the reasoning behind those answers, and it's getting others around you to understand them as well. At this point, you and the Team 2 candidate will watch the guest vision video.
Let's talk about the beverage bar portion of the video. What stood out to the guests?
They thought that it was so clean. I never really thought about how important that is if you have kids.
Great. Do you think that we could do better at keeping our beverage bar clean?
Yeah, sometimes on a busy Saturday, the floor gets wet and everyone just walks right by it.
Exactly. We talked about your great communication skills. How do you think that you can use these to correct this behavior?
Can you see the importance of asking questions and really getting feedback from the candidate? Make sure that they understand each concept before moving on.
The next step on the TEL sign-off sheet is discussing our goal as a whole, and that's building sales by making sure that every guest leaves happy through an immaculate facility, a flawless and consistent product, and of course, magical hospitality.
It is imperative that you drive these points home because making sure that every guest leaves happy is the entire reason we're here.
After this discussion, you'll need to give the candidate the assignment of studying for and passing the cast member test orally, focusing on the whys as well as the whats of training. The reasons for passing this test in this manner are twofold. First of all, it ensures the candidate actually understands the answers. It's not just memorizing them. And secondly, they will at some point be asked by future cast members the answers to the test, and they need to be able to respond knowledgeably.
Now, you and the candidate will need to watch the Training Vision video. After the video is complete, the coaching section is designed to be read interactively. Many of your cast members are involved in sports teams with their high schools and colleges. Using the coaching analogy will allow them to identify the role they will play as a leader of this Chuck E. Cheese team. Without a coach's one-on-one guidance, willingness to motivate and inspire, and provide direction and focus, the team won't win games.
Now you're going to move on to the praising and redirecting, as well as the establishing credibility pages. You want to read them interactively as well. These pages will discuss the importance of coaching, praising, counseling, and earning respect from their trainees. Oftentimes, trainers are overwhelmed by the amount of increased attention and pressure put on them in this newly elevated position. This material will prepare them for that, as well as to assist them in making sure that the increased attention is positive. Draw from prior experiences that you or the candidate might have to help kind of explain the concept.
Can you think of an example from your training when somebody used the emotional bank account to help you?
That's easy. Haley always made sure to tell me that I was doing a great job. I had never swept with a broom or dustpan before this job, so I felt pretty silly, but she assured me that I could.
That's a great example. Haley was patient, sincere, and gave you a lot of praise. Exactly the type of training that needs to happen.
The only way your potential Team 2 can hone their training skills is through practice. And who better to practice with than the person who trained them in the first place? You! The following role plays will really solidify your candidate's confidence in training a new STAR cast member.
Validations are essential to maintaining the high quality standard for all current cast members as well as the new ones. Team 2s can be very helpful in this process. Take some time to role play with the candidate the testing and validations for a cast member. This is their chance to review test questions as well as do the validation process the way that you would like it to be done.
Role play several situations with the candidate to practice combining the concepts of tell, show, do, review, and the script cards with the emotional bank account, coaching, praising, and redirecting. Follow up with the ongoing training of the cast member that they were assigned. Discuss how they can put these new concepts into action to further improve the cast member over the next few days.
Once a candidate has mastered the combination of all of these techniques of training, it's time for them to train you in all general areas and the area specific to that person. This is their final exam. They need to show you that they have understood and embraced all that it is to become a great Team 2 trainer. And you only want to sign off on validations when they're training up to your level.
When you are satisfied with their ability, schedule a new cast member to be trained by them. You should observe this entire process. This will be for their cast member area-specific validation. For each area that they are validated to train, date and sign off that area. Remember that the training process is ongoing and never stops.
The last section should be fun and rewarding for your candidate. Hey, it's graduation. So read and take the Team 2 pledge together. Give them their official part of the Team 2 uniform. They're ready to train.
When your DM visits your location, make sure they take the time to work with your new Team 2. Showing them your Team 2's packet will inform them of the progress of your training program and let them know the strengths and weaknesses of your new trainers. Besides, they'll want to get to know the people that are their future managers. They will have a follow-up discussion with them and be able to award them their Team 2 pin. Keep the packet in their employee envelope so that you can sign them off on another section in the future.
As you can see, the Team 2 process is a lot of work, but a good core of trainers can affect every aspect of your location. They're an extension of you. Take the time to mold and to train them.
You're so right, Dennis. Your hard work will be rewarded in the overall quality of your cast and in the experiences of your guests. The examples we have shown today are just that, examples. Make your Team 2 orientation your own. Give it your unique flair that fits your personality and that of your trainers.
Good luck and have fun building an amazing Team 2.
As we approach the front doors at Chuck E. Cheese's, we can't help but notice how clean the exterior is, as well as the front entry. We are greeted at Kid Check by a cheerful girl who welcomes us. Hi, welcome to Chuck E. Cheese's. Is this your first time here? No, we answered. Well, you're in for a magical time, she said. As she stamped our hands, she asked, are you celebrating anything special today? Yes, we replied. Today is Anna's birthday. The girl at the stand said, Happy birthday! How old are you, Anna? 4, Anna replied. The girl then gave her 2 tokens and a birthday sticker with her name on it. She then turned to me and said, I see that you don't have a cake. We have cakes available, one that's made with real Hershey's chocolate, and they're delivered by Chuck E. Cheese himself. Just ask the cashier. Have a magical day. We got to the counter, and the cashier came over and greeted us. She explained the menu, and we ordered a value meal along with some plastic Chuck E. cups. We probably wouldn't have noticed them without her telling us about them. She then saw Anna's sticker and said, Happy birthday! Do you need a birthday cake? We bought the cake. She told us to have a magical day, and we went on our way. The salad bar looks fresh and full. I can't wait to have some. Chuck E. Cheese showed up. Anna is grinning from ear to ear. When we got to the beverage bar, it was clean and had a huge variety of drinks to choose from. We found a table, and as we were sitting down, a manager came by and offered a high chair and booster seat for our 2 little ones. Before we knew it, our food was there. The server introduced herself and the food, passed out our plates, and asked us if we would like some clean salad plates. This pizza is great. Pretty soon the manager came by to see how everything was. He wanted to make sure that we were having a great time and asked us when we would like our cake to be brought out. We told him to bring it out a little later. He really was a nice guy. He seemed to really care about our visit. We turned our kids loose, and the server removed the plates, napkins, and boxed up our pizza. She asked us if we were interested in some cinnamon sticks and coffee for dessert. Sounds great, but we need to leave room for the cake. My husband and I watched the show for a little while. Chucky even threw out some tickets for the kids. My daughter was jumping up and down, dancing along. We got some great shots of her and Chucky, then finally made it over to the game room. The game room attendant was playing air hockey with Anna. Anna beat her 7-6. That was nice of her. She then came over to introduce herself and said to let her know if there are any problems with the games. I told her my kids are almost out of tokens, and she told me about the token deal where if I buy some tokens, I can get a bunch for free. All the games we played worked and gave out a bunch of tickets. Chuck E. Cheese then came out with the cake. We sang happy birthday and Anna made a wish and blew out the candles. This cake was awesome. I had 2 slices and Anna had a great time. After we counted our tickets, we headed to the prize counter. It was nice to see the attendants helping the kids make choices and keeping the line going. The employee added up our points and we were 40 tickets short of 2,000. Anna really wanted that Care Bear pillow. The employee told us that we could pay cash for the difference. Crisis averted. We also grabbed a bag of cotton candy and head out. It sure is nice to see that there's a door person up front, so I know my kids are safe. As she checked us out, she asked if we had a good time. Well, we did. Overall, we were just so pleased. Everything was perfect. The restaurant was so clean, the staff was friendly, and the food tasted great. Everyone really cared about our visit. We'll definitely be back soon.
I went in to just pick up an application, but the person working at the front, I think it's called the kit check, they got the manager to come out and talk to me. And when I was finished filling out the application, they interviewed me right on the spot. So, the interview with the GM was really tough. I even had to audition for him by singing happy birthday. His questions were tough, but I got the job. I had my orientation on Monday. The GM met me at the door and then spent over 3 hours going through paperwork, videos, and teaching me all about the company. And then, after we finished, he introduced me to all the other employees that were working that night. It was a really fun day overall. I'm coming back tomorrow for general training.
Hi Cindy, my name is Haley and I'm going to be your trainer today. The first thing I'm going to do is check your uniform. So let me see, you got your black belt, blue pants that look good, got your white shoes, and your lanyard. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started then, okay?
Today I had CEC general training. When I came in the door, the trainer met me at KitChet, just like the GM did yesterday. She spent a lot of time making sure my uniform was perfect. I wonder why it's so important. Anyway, I had everything they told me to have, so it was fine. I had to watch a bunch of videos today, but they were all pretty fast-paced and they had a ton of information in them. I watched CEC General, KitCheck, and Showroom. And then after that, my trainer took me on a store tour and we visited every area in the restaurant, including KitCheck, beverage bar, cleaning area, and dish area. I never realized this place was so big. And then I took my test for the Chuck E. Cheese General and KitCheck, and I got a 95 on both. After we finished the store tour, my trainer took me into the showroom and introduced me into my area, the showroom. I'm so excited. Tomorrow I'll actually get started training in my own area. I was greeted at the door again by my trainer. Today I learned to spot numbers, run pizzas, pre-bus tables, and the hardest of all, learning how to dance in the live shows. Then, after that, I learned how to do table checkbacks. My trainer told me to use my personality. It was actually pretty fun. I'm really glad my trainer stayed with me the whole time. I don't think that I could have kept up otherwise. I watched the birthday video and then took the test. I got a 98. So tomorrow's my last day of training. I hope I remember everything. Are Saturdays always this busy?
Yeah, but if you're prepared, they're easy. Let's go run these and then we'll do checkbacks, okay?
The managers kept checking in to see how I was doing throughout my shift today. And my trainer kept asking me questions. I think she called it skill validations. I knew almost all the answers, so I did pretty well. It was a really busy day today, but it was also really fun. And I even got a graduation certificate. My trainer did a really good job. I wonder what I'd have to do to become a trainer.